Last session, Xander and Isaiah landed at Manstrom, AFB, and met an Air Force colonel there named Bill Castor. He's on the evidence board as well as his picture. He provided you with a rental.
The Native American looking fella?
No, bottom left.
Yeah, bottom left. The guy with the shades.
Okay, to be fair, Bill Castor and what's that? Bird Rattler? Very similar. I'm not zoomed in.
I think you might need to zoom in a little bit more.
Zoom in a little bit.
It's still rendering. Yeah, but he gave you guys basically two things. He gave you a rental Dodge Dart to take around, as well as a surveillance photo of Browning, Montana that was taken from a spy plane, which I also put on the evidence board.
Damn, this project has a big budget.
Yeah. At this point in history, Delta Green is an official government-sanctioned branch, so it has a lot of assets. They also might have been spying on Browning for another reason, unrelated to this. But yeah, you guys drove to Browning. You set yourselves up inside a motel room there, proceeding to establish cover identities as Mormon missionaries, which I thought was funny. You guys went to the Corner Cafe, which was the local diner where you met a waitress. Her name was Molly Calfshirt. And you overheard a conversation between the owner of a John Deere dealership, a man named Buffalo Bull Carter, and the president of the tribal council, a man named David Birdrattler, who's on the evidence board. You also spoke with a young woman named Lynn Crystal Stone, who was concerned about her missing boyfriend, who she hadn't seen in a while. After lunch, you guys met with one of the tribal police, an officer named Wallace Redcrow, and you observed some goings-on about town before visiting the town library. And in the stacks, you researched, finally, ABC, Amalgamated Biocarb Incorporated, which was referenced on the initial note you guys saw in the package. And it turned out to be a West German pharmaceutical company aggressively pursuing drug patents related to long-term coma recovery.
German.
Their Gemstone facility was previously involved in a legal settlement with the Blackfeet Reservation over safety standards and possible pollution. Xander and Isaiah also researched Thomas Ironshirt in the school yearbooks there, which I thought was very smart. You discovered that he graduated not long ago, only in 1964, alongside other people that you guys met earlier, including Roy Weaseltail, who's like a young alcoholic, it seemed, who was wandering around drunk on the reservation during the day when you saw him, and Lynn Crystal Stone, the woman you met earlier.
Remind me, what year is it again?
1967. Okay. Thomas Ironshirt and his gang of criminals were, you found out, infamous for small-time robberies and fights with local business owners. They were generally like ruffians, it seemed like, who just were bullying their way through town, doing whatever they liked, getting arrested here and there. And your research also yielded information regarding a person named Dan Crowfoot, who is an activist of the American Indian movement, who was currently away in Missoula, but you found out that he graduated in 1960, and he staged multiple demonstrations against Amalgamated Biocarb and the Gemstone facility, since they had that very under the table agreement that they reached with the tribal council, which seemed shady and maybe like a payout of some kind to just continue what they were doing, but to make the tribal council some money. at the danger of some pretty serious allegations of pollution. So we're going to begin exactly where we left off. You guys are in the K.W. Bergen School Library. We'll say Crisanto's with you guys as well this morning. It's Tuesday, September 5th, which is one day after Labor Day of 1967. You guys can proceed however you'd like. The only reminder I'm going to tell you is John Drake specifically said he wanted you to telex him daily any information you get, and the first day has already elapsed.
Oh shit!
So if you'd like to, that would probably be an urgent thing.
Get on that.
Unless you want to really piss him off.
Is the telex? Is that a? That's not like a mobile device. Is that like back at our hotel room?
Yeah, so you'd actually have to. It's pretty big. It's like a weird cross between like a typewriter and like a full-on rotary phone. You'd have to probably put it on the nightstand of the hotel. Jack the phone line from the motel into this, and then it would basically like use that telephone line to send messages to some clandestine office that also has a telex machine. It's like end to end. So at some point you'll just have to go back to the motel, jack it into the phone line and send the information, and they, you know, you'd probably wait 20 to 30 minutes and see if they message you back afterwards. But it's currently the second shift, which I don't actually know if I ever explained this. I just kind of started doing it, but like the phases of the day are called shifts. So like there's 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., and so on. So you guys have spent a shift at the library, so now it's 10 a.m., and you have 2 more shifts before it gets dark. So let me know what you guys would like to do.
Guess we should probably report in, yeah?
Yeah, we could finish up here at the library. I think I guess we've gotten a good amount of intel, and then we can head off to the hotel room to tell them what we know.
Okay. So would you like to basically head back immediately, or would you like to spend an additional shift on some more research and then go back? Like, what is, I guess, like finishing up to Xander?
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be like enough to really spend like a whole other shift there. So yeah, we could head back. I think that would be good.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys head back. You're staying at this place called the Western Motel. It has a caricature of a cowboy as a neon sign, and there's this like ancient Native American man with a 10-gallon hat behind the desk who just like nods as you come through. And it's an L-shaped motel. You head to the end of the L where your room is. And do you start to set up the telex?
Yeah, we just like there's like a telephone, like the cable plug into the wall, like the telephone line that just plugs
Phone
in.
jack.
So the phone jack. So we just plug our thing in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll send off a message.
Okay, yeah, you take off the plastic cover, you set it up. You hook it up, and the first step, you see there's a button that says ORIG, O-R-I-G, which means originate. You push that down, and a light comes on, basically meaning it's connected to some kind of telephone circuit, and you hear a dial tone, like a which means it's set to go. So the first step is to call the station. He actually gave you a number on a slip of paper. So you dial that in. You hit another button that says transmit WRU, which is like a prefix code of this like extremely clandestine location where they're going to be receiving this. And it replies with the same code, meaning you've successfully transmitted or began transmission. So what would you like to say to him specifically? You can go as like specific or as vague as you'd like, but I'm curious.
It's like a telegram where we need to like be very brief.
No, you can. It's similar to a typewriter where you could just keep going. You'll just have to like, I mean, if you went crazy, you'd have to probably refill the paper as you're going to it. But it can be pretty long.
What do you guys? Do you want to pull anything back?
I don't think we really didn't find much of anything that is very like crazy, so we don't have to. We could just be like gathering information on Browning, residents, locations, and ABC biocarb.
Yeah.
Still deciphering the pieces, basically. Because we didn't really find anything crazy.
Yeah, like interviewing residents under
Quietly.
skies.
Interviewing residents. We're not like interviewing them. We're like
Oh yeah, like
we're subtly doing
gathering
it.
intel. Yeah,
Yeah.
subtly gathering intel under disguise.
Yeah. So I would say gathering information, cover stories of like Mormon missionaries, and then gathering locations about people, places, and ABC Biocarb, and see how that fits into the package. I would say.
Okay.
The opposers.
Alright, that sounds good.
Sounds good to me. I mean, realistically speaking, I'm not as familiar with information yet, so I'll leave it to you. Also, I'm gonna get water because I said I'd do that. I did.
Sounds good.
Whoa.
At the end of your message, you originate the disconnect. You press a button that says clear, and it sort of has like a hang up sound. The dial tone stops, and this sound starts coming forward from the machine. It sounds like a ringer, and there's a button that's now flashing that says ANS for answer. It seems like you guys are getting an incoming call.
Oh, right away.
Yeah.
What's the point of the freaking telegram thing if he's just gonna call us? I pick up the phone.
Well, it's not like a phone proper. It'll send you like a text-based message.
Oh.
But you have to hit the ANS lamp to like allow it to start typing.
What does it say?
Yeah, so you press the button. You see the first part of the message says clear. As in maybe you gather like maybe crystal clear or something. Like it's been approved, what you've said.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts to type out this very long message that at first you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, and you start to realize that it looks to be a formal lab report on the dog's head that you guys had done.
Ooh, okay.
I'm just gonna hit the main points of it. It's rather long, but these are sort of like the main points. This lab, which is in Oakland, California, it reveals that the dog's head's cell structure is permeated with an unknown chemical compound, at least to these scientists at this lab. They actually have broken down the composition into a partial formula with like elements. but not every element is actually identified in this compound. They list that it has characteristics of the compounds for adrenaline, for cerebral spine fluid,
Oh gosh.
and for neural transmitters. And they state at the end of the report that the compound is without a doubt artificial. And it has a characteristic blue color, which tints all tissue that it permeates.
You said it was adrenaline, spinal fluid, and what was the last one?
Neurotransmitters.
Neural transmitters.
So for you, Jose, ABC Biocarb is a German-based pharma company that deals with neurologics. They're an illegal gray zone between Canada and Montana, so it makes them do whatever they can, or they do basically whatever they want. Yes? Heard?
He might be getting water. I don't know.
Anyway, that makes sense. Okay. Cool. Anything else from Mr. Drake Bell?
No, Josh Peck does not get back to you. The message is disconnected from their station, which means they've basically said end of message on their end.
EOM. Got it.
EOM.
Okay, cool. We put away the telex machine. Interesting. I mean, if we kind of... everything around the town is kind of just there, I think we need to actually investigate ABC Biocarb. Which kind of makes sense.
We have to infiltrate.
Infiltrate. That means we're going to... do you think the best way to obtain blueprints of ABC Biocarb? I don't think they're going to be at town hall. No, I mean, I don't think they're going to be library. I think they're going to be at town hall. But I have no idea how we're going to get them.
I mean, would they? Because like, it's a private. I would think this would be some kind of like super private facility.
yeah, but they still have to build it. That's the thing. So I'm assuming it's somewhere. Or... yeah. We found everything that we needed from the... well, we found everything that we could from the library, correct, Tyler?
For what you,
Regarding ABC.
yeah, you guys researched specifically ABC and the yearbooks. There are other things you could potentially research there, but for what you looked into, you got everything.
Where is ABC Biocarb on this map, and where?
So it's actually off the map. You can actually kind of see it start on the sort of like the middle left, that like sort of like discolored land. You see it's like kind of brown compared to the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's the start of the private road that leads off of let me see.
Now, is it in like a basin, or is it like raised up, or is it about like the same level as the rest of the land?
It looks to be the same. It's off of a private access road off of County Road 464, which is that road that leads from the middle of town, sort of like south west on the map. If you guys can see that, it's like
Yeah.
it's like right here.
Yeah.
And you said Biocorp was to the southwest.
Yeah, basically a private access road leads off of that for about 10 kilometers or like 5 miles, and then you hit the the start of the facility. What you guys have seen so far, like just from a distance, it looks to be surrounded by a chain link fence topped by razor wire. And you see like the distant like stacks of like a proper industrial center inside. There he is.
Who?
I like the haircut.
Thank you.
Oh. Wait, what?
Looking fresh.
Appreciate it. I'm in my snuggie.
Let's go. Oh, I didn't know Vinny's listening in. What's up?
Yeah, he popped in. So did you hear us, Jose?
Where are we going?
No.
As soon as I stepped out of my room, I
the
got told to do like 3 different things.
Oh, did you hear what the results were about the dog head?
No.
Oh, okay. We messaged Drake Bell and Josh Peck, and we found basically just updates
Drake
about
Bell.
like, what we were doing. That then he sent us back lab results from the dog head that was sent, and it was cell structure is permeated by unknown chemical compound. All elements are not fully identified. The compounds that were identified were adrenaline, cerebral spinal fluid, and neurotransmitters. ABC Biocarb is a German-based pharma company that deals with neurologics. They are located in a legal gray zone between Canada and Montana. So
that's where we are.
Correct. That's what we're trying to do is like research ABC Biocarb a little bit more, or try to get in there, or how to get in there.
Okay.
So it's either like, hey, let's get schematics of the blueprint of ABC Biocarb if they are available, or somehow find a sewer system or something, trying to get into there, or have technology so that we can scout the area.
That I understand. What's the significance of the Native American people again?
That's just the reservation that was.
Okay.
Sent.
Okay.
So the package that was sent was from Thomas Ironshirt from the Blackfoot Reservation in Montana, where we are.
Okay.
That's basically all the relevant information you really need to know, other than like some of the people that we met during the recap. But
okay.
Basically, what we did was try to insert ourselves as like, well, you heard Mormon missionary, but we're trying to just basically staying there for a couple weeks, just.
Okay. So
we're just passing through.
Yeah, we're passing through, but we're in town for like a week or two.
Okay.
As their cover story.
So we've been just in the library.
Yeah.
Right. Did you just called in? You sent the message, right? I was there.
Yeah, we just updated him on what we were doing.
And now, where are we going?
We have no idea. We're still in the hotel room. We're just brainstorming on what to do next. Because we kind of did everything. Basically, what we did last session was just gather information about the town by talking to people, and then trying to research as much as we can in a library, like find out who Thomas Ironshirt is, if he had any weird occult interests in high school, and then kind of get the vibe of what people think of ABC Biocarb, and if there's anything weird going on. Basically getting a pulse of the town, and if they have anything to do with it. But I think it's just solely ABC Biocarb.
Is there like a tribe chief that we could talk to?
There's a what?
Like a tribe chief of the tribe?
Yeah, but we also are trying to be as discreet as possible.
Oh, okay.
So, hence the cover story of Mormon missionaries in town for 2 weeks. So, like for example, like we went to the police chief, and then we were making small talk with him, and then I don't know, something about minifigurines came up, and then blah blah blah, and then he talked to us about the string of robberies and all that stuff. So it was more like conversational. It's not like, hey, what's going on here?
Okay, understood.
That's kind of the gist we're
And,
trying to
and
get.
and this is the map of where we are.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, and they, the tribe elders got paid off by the corporation, so like they might. I don't
Yeah.
really know how trustworthy they would be.
Hold on, wait. I didn't even. Oh, the settlement was undisclosed between the reservation and ABC. We should actually try to find something about that. I totally missed that.
Yeah,
We
what
should
did they do in the
probably,
first place that required a settlement?
Uh,
To be
it was
It's like
that's the
pollution,
thing.
right?
ABC Biocarb was probably doing some illegal. Well, they were polluting and fucking up the town. So I'm assuming they got paid off. So I'm assuming some of the village elders might actually know something about that. So we might want to investigate that too.
okay.
That's basically the catch up.
That's straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Like it was basically all information gathering for the last session.
So where's the I think you guys were just asking this, but I missed the answer. Where's the facility in location
Here
in relation to this map?
in this zone right here. I
Okay.
can draw freehand. And this is the access road. I'm assuming this is the road that goes there. Or is it right here?
Okay, so it's only been a day
What?
since you got here. It's only been a day.
Not even. Alright, how to delete that? I drew penis.
It's like it's a long side path there.
Hold
All
on,
right,
hold on.
that's a good question. Let me see.
Can I just control Z it?
Oh
I
yeah, it's
can.
probably easier for you.
But anyway, yeah. So it's literally we haven't done anything like drastic to the investigation, more just information gathering. So that's the road.
Very smart.
So now we're just trying to figure out what to do next because there are like side quests that we could do, or we could try to go right to like, hey, we got to find out about the village elders. If they've been paid off, what do they know?
I think our
That's
boss
where
is
my
gonna
mind
be,
is going.
our
What's
boss
up?
is gonna be pissed if we do any more side quests.
Yeah, correct. Well, side quests, as in like, there are some things that are weird. Like Thomas Ironfoot is only dealt in vandalism, but nothing to the effect of like chopping off a dog's head and sending it as a fucking weird thing. So like, how is he involved? Like, we could investigate that. Like those type of things.
So we're in the hotel right now, or we're in the library?
Yeah, we're just in our
Yeah,
motel.
hotel.
We're in the hotel. Okay.
Motel.
You said we had a car.
Yep.
Dodge Start. I love how that's the one thing I remember clearly.
car. 1960 black Dodge Dart.
Nice. There's a lot of leads that you could go off of, actually.
Yeah.
I assume the facility doesn't have like a visitor's pass, right?
100% not. I would
Oh.
assume. Did we find that out, Tyler? Would you say we found that out or anything about?
No, you guys don't have that much information on the facility itself.
Can we go scout it?
Should we go on a side quest to Canada to see go from the Canadian angle of things?
Like, do we know what the place looks like? Have you guys scouted it out already?
We just seen it from a distance, like smokestacks and fences. But no,
Maybe-
nothing up close.
Maybe there's like a Stranger Things esque like pipe
Yeah,
somewhere that we
that's
can
what
go
I'm
into.
saying. It's like what aren't they telling us? Because of course they're doing something, or this session wouldn't even exist. No, they're actually just a mundane.
It's all just a
fucking-
massive fake out. They're all above
Yeah.
board.
This is actually just another red herring,
It's just a test.
and we're failing currently.
It's funny because there's actually a couple books for Call of Cthulhu that are all adventures like that, where it's like, oh, this isn't a monster; it's actually just mundane.
Like a Scooby Doo thing.
Yeah, it's called it's a supplement called Occam's Razor, where it's basically just like, no, what you think it is what it is. It's just something logical.
We should. You think they're experimenting on the local wildlife too?
I think.
I was-
That's a good idea. That's a good angle, actually.
I was thinking like if we could see any kind of animal or like roadkill,
Yeah.
maybe we could dissect it.
Or maybe like a rabid dog or some
yeah.
of
Did we
reservations
in our
livestock.
library newspaper scanning? Did we find any like commonality between missing animals? Tyler?
You guys didn't find anything in what you looked at.
That
Ooh.
was my next question.
Ooh, what if they had like what if they have like an animal shelter, right? Like the town, we could go
Oh,
and see if
yeah.
there's anything acting strange.
Yeah, I don't know how that would fly in terms of our cover. Like, why would Mormons be in an animal shelter? Again, super mundane thing, but
What do you mean? Mormons like animals.
that's true.
Yeah, we could be like, oh,
I just want to see if there's a dog.
or I'm heading home. Just might as well see if there's a pet
Yeah,
that
I
I
don't
might
think
want to
it's-
adopt.
I don't think
Is
it's
it?
that much of a stretch.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we can cover it as like, hey, we're walking around. Well, is it out of the way or is it in town, Tyler? Do they have an animal shelter?
Yeah, if there even is one.
Yeah, there looks to be some building that looks to be like a dog pound. There's a lot of reservation dogs, which are basically stray dogs that are just like loose running around on this reservation.
I guess they wouldn't really know if a dog is missing. Was there any missing dog signs as we were perusing town?
No. You did see quite a few strays though. They were just like wandering around and milling about.
Maybe we go look and see if one of them's acting funny.
Yeah, we could go drive around town and see if we can see anything acting
Okay.
funny.
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay. So we'll say this is the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift. You guys have used part of it to transmit this message and receive a new message, but you'll also use part of it to kind of investigate the dogs.
What the dog doing?
I'll say just off the bat, there are none that are as friendly as those ones you guys encountered in UC Berkeley. These dogs can be pretty territorial and like there's a lot of growls, a lot of like standoffishness. Some dogs that come up to you trying to beg for food. But I'll have
Oh, the ones in the van.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that.
I'll have one of you give me a search roll. Who would like to do it?
I can't remember any of my stats. Higher's better, right?
I'll also
I have
give you I'll give you a plus 20% because there are 3 of you that are doing this for like 4 hours.
I have a 51. Do
I have a 51.
you want to go since you were in your last session?
Oh,
I don't want responsibility.
Okay, so you just have to roll under 71. Nice.
Oh, nice.
By and large, there is nothing. There are nothing like strange about a lot of these dogs. They just appear to be like flea-ridden strays. But there is one dog that you find that is feeding. It's drinking from a tributary of the Milk River, which goes past the facility and north into Canada, that has his gums stained blue.
Oh, they're just
Ooh.
drinking the goddamn polluted water. Oh!
We should kill
Angle.
it and see if it doesn't die.
All right, that's crazy. Not totally I think, honestly, what if Thomas Ironshirt again, maybe we're looking at this wrong. Thomas Iron Shirt, again, person, vandalism, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he has nothing to do with ABC, but he just sent it to send a message just so somebody can actually do something about ABC Biocarb.
Yeah, I think he was trying to
Alert us.
alert.
not-
Yeah, like put the alarm bells up.
Okay, yeah, okay. So, yeah, because again, if the dog's just drinking the freaking water that they're polluting and they're getting infected, and he can't do anything about it, he's just gonna send. He's gonna send like a message, aka the dog head, to whoever will listen.
Can we do a chemical analysis of the water and see if it matches the stuff in the dog?
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure it
Oh,
will.
we
yeah.
have that in our fucking.
Well, you have some things, so
Oh.
I will allow you a. Let's see. Do you have chemistry?
I'll have a.
I should have chemistry.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I was checking to see if you did.
Wait, where's chemistry?
Oh, you have pharmacy. Yeah, that's what we've
Yeah.
been using. Yeah, so you can make a pharmacy. Your pharmacy's so high. This is
know.
sick.
Damn. I mean, you got it, but only by 3 is kind of
I know.
scary.
The compound is present in the Milk River.
Okay, so
So they're just dumping in the
handler-
river.
We know where the river, where it flows. Does it have any kind of? Does it go through other towns? Does it collect anywhere into a lake?
Yeah, I'll just say because you guys are spending so much time looking into this, it looks as though it's a river that sort of runs across the Canadian border into the U.S. through ABC and down into the reservation, and then it breaks off into tributaries across the Native American reservation.
Okay, so the company's polluting the water, and they didn't want the natives snitching, so they paid him off.
Correct.
Okay.
From this Iron Shirt, sorry, I forgot his first name, but he's trying. I guess he disagrees with that.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
trying to-
assuming.
Is
He's
Iron
a-
Shirt not on here?
No, we don't know what he
Picture-wise?
looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, he might just be like a hometown vandal guy, but I bet he
Whistleblower.
actually likes the town, so he lives here, so he probably wants to do something about it.
Mhm.
At least that's the current angle that I'm thinking.
So maybe if we find him, we can find out how he got the dog head.
I mean, he might have just done the same thing that we did. We would have done. We did. Did we kill that dog?
No, no, we didn't kill.
Oh, we ran the water.
Ran the
Yeah.
water.
I bet he did. I bet he did something like that, or found the dead dog and then just sent us the head. What? Who did? I wonder how Thomas Iron. Again, this is more just like God. How did Thomas Iron Shirt? Why send it to the Ecotopia? That's weird. Why not just send it to like the FBI?
I wonder if he didn't know that the dog would come back to life.
Well, yeah. He probably didn't. He probably just was like, "Help me, help me."
He
help me
also,
fight
he
it."
might have been afraid that the government would just cover it up,
Oh, that's true.
which is a common thing,
So
especially
send it
in this
to, like,
time period.
a very progressive UCLA activist that might actually bring attention to it and won't shut up. Okay. Okay, so it's the water. They're polluting the water. Did we find anything in the news about people dying from a mysterious disease, Tyler?
Hang on a second. Before we get to it,
You guys didn't
What is our
find
main
anything to
purpose
that
here?
effect.
what is our
Okay.
main goal here?
We're trying to figure out the connection between Tom's Iron Shirt, ABC, and now this blue liquid stuff.
Okay, no, but what is the task assigned to us by our boss? Like, what are we supposed to find out?
That's a great question. I think it's been lost in the weeds. Let me see.
Like, what is overarching goal right now?
I think to figure out what the fuck happened to that dog.
Yeah, so I will. I'll repeat the mission objectives because it has been a month and a half for you. Determine the source and the nature of the biological anomaly. You guys have done that.
Okay, I was gonna say we've done
Determine level of involvement of the intended recipients. You guys have done that. So this
He
is
had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Determine level of threat to national security and public safety created by whomever or whatever is responsible. You have not done that yet. You're on the way. You're on the way. Neutralize any immediate threats with a minimum of exposure. You guys haven't done that yet.
We need
Nice, so we blow up the factory.
Number 5 is, and this is an interesting one, if violations of federal law have been committed, determine whether charges can be prosecuted without exposure of the public to information about the supernatural. If those responsible can be brought to justice without exposing the existence of the supernatural, then do so.
Oh, so what if we just pin them for pollution and then take the council down
put
with
those
them?
in that chat, Tyler, so I can copy and paste them.
Yeah, I'll just put them in. Yeah, this will just make things easier.
What if we just pin the elders and the factory for destroying native land?
That's true.
But that's so boring. It's so boring.
Do we just pin them on pollution?
What is everyone's law scores?
Oh, fucking. I'm a doctor, so.
Oh my.
30.
0.
What the hell is the law? Oh, it's also 30.
30. So since you guys both have a 30, I can tell you this is at least possibly grounds for a search warrant. If there's pollution going on, you guys could concoct a search warrant of the premises.
But
we can't have any involvement in that, though, guys.
I was gonna say, who would be conducting the search warrant? Because it can't be us.
No, exactly.
Well, you'd
So
have to expose.
We should contact Telex. Tell John Drake to do something about it.
Yeah, you could do that. Xander is also FBI. So, so the only problem is you'd be risking exposing or completely blowing your cover identity if you all of a sudden have this search warrant on them. But
you can be a Mormon and FBI. Nothing wrong with that.
We only said FBI.
I'm on a missionary trip, but I'm FBI full time.
What would we be searching? The factory?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got grounds for it, because if we found chemicals in the water and the factory's directly upstream, and there's evidence that they've been paying off the elders to oversee all the pollution, I imagine it wouldn't be very hard.
Yeah, you know that even with a 30, you know that like a chemical leak of this magnitude would carry serious federal charges if it was substantiated.
Okay. I guess we have all the information. I guess we send it through Telex. And see what the response is.
Alright, so how about we do that? We send them a message, and then while we wait for a response, we go follow another lead.
Okay, so we send them a message that we found.
Guys, what are the odds someone is following us right now?
You look behind you, and there's a one-armed man standing with an eye patch.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
I told you, motherfuckers. Okay, so is the plan to telex Drake with this information?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say at the end of the shift, for sure. Like, we can still do some other things, but, like, once we have, like, another... Like, yeah. I would say... Is there anything that we else want to do during the shift?
Well, didn't Tyler say this would take up the whole shift?
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I thought I did say that.
Yeah, because you guys have been, like, checking out dogs, like, feeding them food to get a look at them. So it's I'd say 2 p.m. at this point.
Oh, then yeah, sure, why not?
So you guys heading back to the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay. You have successfully acquired a sample that you can use as evidence from the Milk River that it's been contaminated. So just make note of that.
Okay.
A chemical sample. So you guys get back. We'll say by the time you get back, it's like shortly after too, maybe like 2:33. Do you just telex all this information to Drake? Do you leave anything out?
I don't think we have anything to.
I don't see a reason to leave stuff out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no information we have that is like an uncertainty. Like everything we know right now is kind of is.
Okay, you guys telex that to Drake. And he's a very like curt individual, very terse with what he says. But even through this message, you can tell that he's very pleased that this is now an avenue that's being pursued. Because if they can pin this on just like a chemical leak, what they can do is essentially block it off as a contaminated zone. And whatever happens in that federally contaminated biohazard zone that they've cleared out, you know, that can be that. If there's anything unnatural there, they can just sweep it out, and no one is the wiser for it. However, he says it is probable cause for a chemical leak, but he wants you to gather soil samples.
That's not hard.
And he also wants you to collect
Dog heads.
dog heads, chemical samples from the other side of the river. So,
oh, you mean
before.
like before the factory?
yeah, because he needs to basically prove to get this search warrant that it's them.
It's coming,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that doesn't seem too difficult. Wait, does that mean we have to go to Canada?
Means you'll have to you'd have to go around the facility and there's maybe a couple miles in between, like a buffer zone.
Okay.
Oh, that's not too bad.
All right, boys, we're going on a run.
All right, let's knock on wood. Soil samples from where? Just the surrounding area?
He doesn't give you specifics on that. Just soil samples.
I'm assuming let's
I
do this
walk outside
methodically.
and-
We can get like as
Up
close
some
as
dirt.
Let's do like as close as we can get without being weird. We'll
Yeah.
get that. Like do that. Do like 100 yards away, 100 yards away. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Systematic
maybe like
is
mark where we got the soil from.
correct. I say if we're gonna try to go on the other side of the biocarb, the best thing to do instead of 3 guys getting out of the car and testing the soil is either A, split up and each one has a specific soil or water that they're going to test, and then also we act like we're running and on it for like a jog or something instead of like pulling up right next to the biocarb and
Well, okay, how populated is upstream of the factory?
Not at all.
I was gonna say, I feel like we don't even need to act. Just go.
There's only 5 kilometers, so actually less than 5 miles between the facility and the Canadian border. So it's very narrow. You actually risk being seen from anyone inside the facility. So you might have to come up with some cover, like you're running, you got lost, something, just in case something were to occur.
Okay, I pull out my ghillie suit because I'm a sniper.
That'd be reasonable to have in your gear, yeah.
And then I
Crawl
the last kilometer to the river.
Why is that kind of a sick image?
Yo,
Just crawling.
me and freaking what's his name? I can't even. What is your name, Jimmy? Whatever.
Sandy.
Jimmy's character is sitting in the motel drinking a beer while he's just like
I'm like on my
In the shit.
Oh, We could pretend that we're like baptizing in the river, you know? Just
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
We're not.
You come up, your whole face is blue.
Hey, we
Blue
got
Man
that
Group.
sample for you.
and that's how Blue Man Group is formed.
Yep. From a chemical leak in the 60s. Yeah, so you guys could split up potentially. You could try to be stealthy about it. There's a lot of ways you could go about it.
There's no like
Yeah.
campground or like national park foresty area within this 5 kilometer stretch.
No,
That sucks.
it's just
It's like no man's land, basically.
yeah, exactly. Just trackless wilderness.
Well, I'm gonna go. How about this? I'm gonna go. Maybe buy like a fishing rod, and in town, I'll just say like, oh yeah, I want to do some fishing while I'm here, and then drive up to the river. And if somebody stops me, I can just say like, oh yeah, this seems like a good spot to go fishing. But really, I'm collecting samples.
That's not a bad idea.
That's pretty cool.
And then while he's doing that, I'll sneak up in the ghillie suit.
Just for extra effect. Okay, so Xander is gonna fish in. We'll just call it No Man's Land. Xander's gonna go fishing in No Man's Land to get the sample from the river, from the Milk River. Is Crisanto gonna back him up in the ghillie suit? Is he gonna take soil samples from there? What's his plan?
I could do both. I'll be on the ground anyway.
Are you actually ghillie suiting?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh my goodness.
My other plan was to go and feed the dogs again, but as I'm feeding the dogs, I'll just discreetly scoop up some of the dirt around their shit or whatever out. You know? One of them is much less glamorous than the other, so I may as well do the ghillie suit.
Okay, and what would Dr. Cross like to do?
You know, so we have the soil. So he's gonna get the water sample from the fish, and then should I just be backup?
Yeah, you could get a rod too.
Actually, yeah. I feel like it'd be more believable if there were 2 people fishing as opposed to just one.
Why would that make you believable?
Because if you're just alone out there, then people might think you're crazy. But if you've got a buddy with you, maybe get a couple beers.
Or
I
fish
guess-
Couple
berries.
brewskis?
Yeah.
Is there a non-alcoholic beer in this time frame?
I don't know, actually. I don't think so.
I mean, you could also just get, like, water. Or, like, lemonade or something. I don't know. What did people drink in the 60s?
Ice
Agent
cold
Orange.
lemonade. Yeah, Agent Orange. It just comes in a can. Canned asbestos.
That sounds like a plan, though.
So I guess I'm going fishing.
Y'all
Yeah,
going fishing?
is there like
I'll-
a bait and tackle shop in the in town?
There certainly is.
Oh,
Caters to a lot of tourists that come up here. There's Glacier National Park, which is pretty close by.
Excellent.
You walk in. It's actually a white guy that's running the shop. And what would you like to? You just like to buy all the fishing accoutrement you can to make it look convincing.
Yeah, like the rod, the tackle box,
Bait.
maybe like a vest. Yeah, some bait.
Cool. You get suited up. Maybe you have that like fisherman's hat I always see in like
Yeah, the
movies from the
fisherman's
60s.
hat,
Yeah.
the what do you got? Like the waders.
And this old crusty guy is like, Best fishing is upriver, up where the milk runs into Canada. Once you get into all the tributaries, the fish when you look at the river, they done scatter by the time they get down there.
Oh, they're like you're saying they're slower?
They just go into all the different streams and ponds and other rivers that come from the milk.
Oh, I see. So you're saying the best spot's down by that with a factory over of some sort over there.
Oh well, you got to go past it. Now I know they don't like people going up there. You got to go sort of secretly. But in my opinion, that's the best place to go. And you realize like he's feeding you a cover story that explains why you're up there.
I was gonna say we're being hand fed right now.
Yeah, this old coot is like feeding.
The
into
DM
this.
is telling us we're on the right track.
The hand of God coming in. No, it just so happens that he's just like, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like the best
He
fishing,
really likes fishing
is upriver. Yeah. No one there either.
Yeah. So you say I gotta be secretive? Are there people? Am I gonna get yelled at by any authorities?
Oh yeah, if you're not careful, they come around with those big dogs, the German shepherds. They're always looking for people getting a little too close, but look, you scatter a little bit of food in the woods, those dogs won't find you.
Oh my god.
Okay, just throw in a bag of jerky.
Is this guy
Hell yeah.
real?
He hooks you up with some jerky.
That's the
And he's sort of like seems happy that he's included in whatever scheme you're doing. It's like, if you catch anything good, you owe me a fish.
All right, I'll bring you back my biggest catch.
Oh, I'm on it.
brings back a German Shepherd.
But yeah, you guys get the hookup on fishing supplies. All right, so I'm just gonna list this off. Xander and Isaiah are gonna be fishing. Crisanto in a ghillie suit collecting soil samples.
Can we play up the ghillie suit first? I really want to see how this goes.
I'm gonna bring my sniper rifle in case something goes wrong.
Oh my god.
We're gonna make the pact that we will leave this guy behind if he can fly.
We don't know this guy.
Correct.
I mean, the much easier solution would probably just be to go fishing with the rest of you.
You go there and the guy's one of the guards. Like, he was just baiting you into this entrapment. Okay. Are you gonna bring your sniper rifle like into the bush with you as you're crawling?
You're gonna crawl 1 kilometer to gather soil. Got it. All right. So you have to crawl there and then come back. Yeah. I guess
it's either this. It's either this.
Night.
It's either this or I just go fishing with the other. Well, I was also thinking I could just like spot you guys and tell you if someone was coming.
That's true too.
You could do both too.
Yeah.
You could collect samples and you could kind of glass the area through your scope.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say all that doesn't take very long. We'll say this is going to be the 2 to 6 p.m. shift. The only thing to keep in mind is like the sun is going to set after a certain point. It's going to get dark, but
Good time to fish.
yeah. The dusk time is one of the best. So I'm gonna need some rolls from you guys. I think some of the key points here. I'm gonna basically see narratively if they find your car, because you're gonna have to like try to hide it for them not to see. Essentially, it just goes this road straight to the border crossing into Canada, and there's gonna be this random car that's parked. That's gonna be one. I'm gonna.
Can we buy some like green tarp, maybe cover it, maybe help our chances? Do you think the fishing place has got some of that. Maybe.
Sure, I'll give you this one. I'll say
Yeah.
you guys think to bring some. Just to make things fun, if there is like a random item that you're like, oh, that would have been good to bring, I'll have you make a luck roll to see if you brought it.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys have a green
ooh.
tarp.
What about like no, never mind. No, go ahead.
Okay. So that's gonna be number one if they're gonna find your car. Number two is gonna be if they find you.
Oh.
So we're gonna have a few rolls here. Who's gonna be driving? I'm gonna have that person be the head of the hiding the car portion of this.
driving.
What skill does this use? Driving? Does this use the driving skill?
No, so this
As for
will,
hiding, right? It'd be stealth, wouldn't it?
this will be stealth, yeah.
All right. Who has? I have a 32. Who has higher than that?
I got a 50.
What do you have?
50.
I'm at 52 because I failed twice already.
I will
then you-
allow if anyone has like a particularly high drive, I will allow someone to make a check to add 10% to the roll. Because in my mind, if you're like going super slowly, barely making a noise, you're slowly going over to the side off the side of this road. I could see that adding to the hiddenness of the car.
What's everyone's drives?
51.
50.
20.
Well, why don't you go, Jose? Because you have a higher stealth.
Oh boy. No, let's go.
Nice. So you feel like the car is very well hidden. We'll say you're driving it. You drive it off to the side of this like embankment. There's sort of like it tapers off into dirt and then it rises up into an embankment and you just slowly careen the car over until it's like beneath an underbrush and you drape the tarp over and basically it looks like tree roots are like coming down and it looks like your car might be moss. Like if anyone were to see it within like 10, 20-ish feet, they could see it was a car, but it looks really good from a distance.
I'm gonna get out and then stamp out any dirt tracks that the tires made.
Oh yeah.
That's
Mhm.
smart.
I'm also gonna toss some jerky in the opposite direction.
Oh.
That's cool. Okay. That's the first part. Now as we settle in, each of you will have to make a separate stealth roll.
Oh, we're in it, baby.
Let's go. You're locked in.
Wait, why? Do we need a
nervous.
stealth? 'Cause we're
I mean,
fishing?
you're not supposed to.
Oh.
Let's go.
No.
Oh
Oh.
no!
At least it's not a 99.
Okay. So what is going to happen here? Where are you going to take point, Crisanto? I guess how are you going to take point?
I assume we probably decide on like, can I like scout out a spot that I could lead them to, maybe? Like on the embankment that's of the river that's like fairly hidden.
Sure.
Can we
I'll have you
could
buff
give me,
me real quick,
Mm.
just because I'd like to incorporate as many of these checks as possible. Do you have?
Oh, that's a lot I don't have.
You don't have any of the military sciences, right?
I do not.
Okay, then you're just gonna give me an alertness roll. This will just be to like gauge your surroundings. Nice. Oh yeah, you have a high alertness. That's good. Yeah, you find a spot that you are like pretty well covered. Do you have the ghillie suit out too? Or are you going full commando? Let's go. I love it. Yeah, you like even walking away 30 feet from him, he just vanishes into the forest. But he's basically on this like slight rise, like a small hilltop overlooking part of the Milk River. He points down, and you see there's like a sandbank around the side of it. It's very scenic. It's like pure Montana country, so it's really beautiful. And over the course of this shift, the sun is just like slowly setting. So you guys both approach. Xander and Isaiah. What were we gonna say?
Could we? Would it be possible, Tyler, if you could like draw on the like kind of like maybe I guess off the map, because I guess we're kind of like off the map. But, like, could you like draw like where the facility is, like where the river is?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that. Let's see here.
Hang on, I just realized something. We've made it to the river. Let's get the water and leave. Why are we fishing?
Well, yeah, I guess we don't have to stay that long, but just as like
Why are we fishing? Just get the water and go.
Actually hilarious. We could just bring our gear as cover.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We probably don't actually have to fish.
Okay, I'm gonna
Hey,
use.
but I promised that
That's
guy my
hilarious.
biggest catch.
We'll go to the supermarket.
So go to the supermarket.
Okay. Okay, this is gonna be really funny. I had this like concept for a background that I'm gonna use to draw on. This is gonna be so goofy. Actually, this looks kind of cool. I take it back.
I'm imagining like Far Cry 5.
So I'm gonna move this up.
Oh, zoom out.
Oh. What the fuck is that?
There's gonna be a background for like a chase scene in the other campaign. So
I see like yellow. Is that fire?
yeah. So I'm just gonna draw on it like it's a battle map, right?
Oh,
So-
okay. I see.
Let's see here. Let's get a good color you guys can see. We'll say the river is like here. We'll say Crisanto is here. It's supposed to be a C, but that was hard to draw. And we'll say Isaiah and Xander. And the road is like over here. Okay, so you guys make it up to... You guys can all see that, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You guys make it up to the river. And you begin to take your samples. Meanwhile... I almost said Kaji. That's crazy. Crisanto, you're looking across the river with your scoped sniper rifle, and through the glass, you can see two men, each with these huge German shepherds that are just like making rounds on the opposite side. They're like over. I'll put an A for ABC guards. They're right over here.
Take him
Can we
out.
get a distance check?
You just gauging the distance?
Yeah.
Since you rolled such a high alertness, you gather they're probably like a quarter mile away from you, maybe half that from Xander and Isaiah.
Okay. I mean, I'll let them know.
Yeah, we'll see you guys hear it over your police band radios that you have. But the problem is, and this is Isaiah's failure, you realize that it's like on like speaker
Max?
mode.
Oh,
It's on speaker mode on your like walkie that you have. So all of a sudden, these guys are walking on the opposite side of the bank, and this voice comes through like, "I'm seeing someone on the other side." It's like super loud, and of course, sound carries even better across water. And so all of a sudden,
not running water. Damn.
And so it is running water, so maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but just even that slight bit of noise you see now where he was mentioning, and you see them starting to head in the direction of the noise that they heard. They haven't noticed you yet, but they're making their way towards the Milk River.
How long has it been since we got there? I saw them pretty much immediately.
I'd say we're an hour in, so it's probably, we'll say like 4 o'clock.
We're an hour in. Y'all didn't get your water samples yet. Get the fuck out of there.
You have them now.
Oh, we have them?
Yeah, but now it's going to be a matter of, can you get out before they make it to you, or at least see you? Can you evade detection?
How wide is this river? Is it like, could they like cross it, or what can
they can't cross it directly. It's too deep. So
we could just run.
I think at the most here, this is just going to see if they see your faces. That's going to be really the only thing.
What time is it?
It's like 4
4
p.m.
o'clock-ish.
That's the only thing that's being risked here, I think, is them identifying you.
All right, put your fishing hats, cover your faces.
Yeah, I'm gonna like look down at my rod.
If they're a quarter mile out, I think you guys have time to leg it before they fucking get to you.
That's true. And our cover story will just be like, hey, we were told not to fish here, but we wanted to see the fish. I think the only thing we might need to do is dish the water samples.
No, don't.
Meaning like hide them, not like actually like fucking.
Well, they're not gonna be able to get to you before we get to the car. And they're only tiny. I don't think there's a reason. Just keep them in your pocket. They're not gonna reach you. They can't cross the river.
Oh God.
Yeah, we could just like kind of slowly, nonchalantly pack up our stuff. Like not like take forever, but like make it look like we're not like in a rush to get out of there.
Yeah, we can do that.
But still like pack up.
Okay. So I'm gonna treat this like in turn order, like it's a combat, even though it's kind of gonna be more like a chase scene in some ways. So who has the highest dex out of you three?
I got a 65. No,
I have 45.
75.
Yeah.
75. Okay. Okay, so Crisanto, Isaiah, guards, then Xander. Okay. So Crisanto, you have a turn to act. You see that your two fellow agents are trying to nonchalantly make their way back. Trying not to like sprint and draw attention. What do you do?
I wouldn't happen to have a suppressor in my sniper rifle, would
Give me a luck roll.
What?
Ah, damn it!
No, you don't have it.
All right, I'll make a note to buy one.
Yeah, let's buy one in frickin' Indian reservation.
They might have a gun shop. You never know.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a missionary with the silencer, nothing suspicious.
Yeah.
Preaching pain.
32 security guards just dropped dead after they kept.
I wasn't gonna shoot them. I was gonna shoot something next to them.
Out of town.
Get confused. If I were to throw a rock, like a decent sized rock into the river, would they hear the splash?
Yeah. It'd be a hard throw though. Like I'd probably require a check to throw it to the river.
Well, I mean, oh, and I missed, and I hit an agent in the head. Or
You knock him out.
Oh fuck. Okay,
No,
maybe
just if you miss, essentially, you're just gonna draw attention towards you.
that's not gonna help any of us. Okay. I've got the dirt samples, right? Because I've been there for an hour.
Yeah. You guys all have your samples. This is just gonna be extricating. Like taking the sample takes like less than a minute.
Right. That's what I'm.
But it's gonna be getting out at this point.
Yeah, it's gonna look super suspicious to like drive away. We have to like uncover our car from the tarp first.
I'll head back first and like start unraveling the car.
Well, you're crawling.
Well, because realistically, I'm the one in the ghillie suit. They're gonna have the hardest time spotting me. So if I go back first.
Yeah. No check required because you're so far away and you're in a ghillie suit. So I'll actually move you down here. Because I can actually move you. You make it down to the car. In this turn, you're going to take the tarp off and maybe start the car.
Yeah.
That will take us next to Isaiah. You see now, these two guys, they're like within your sight. They haven't noticed you yet. But they're coming over an embankment with two huge German shepherds. They have like security guard uniforms. One of them has like a thick mustache and like sort of like a balding pate that comes down into like flowing locks. Like he's had a very unfortunate bald spot. Nice. The other guy is like this shrimpy white guy who's like short, skinny. Looks like he has like he's like hunched over. The thing that worries you a bit is they both have handheld radios. So if they see you, they might be able to radio for backup.
What are the chances I have a handheld EMP in my goddamn pocket?
That doesn't even exist at this point. Relax.
All right, what about a frag grenade? Do I have a frag grenade in my pocket?
Okay, so
actually, if you're a what's it called, special operator, I think they have one. But
what?
Joking. Yeah, like Seth started with 2 frags in the
Yeah,
other campaign.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
So we're across the river, but how long will it take? Like, how far is the embankment? Are they running? Like, what are they doing?
They're not running. They
They're not
just
running.
they heard a noise and they're just going to investigate.
Oh. Now.
They don't strictly know you're there yet.
Yeah, but now the thought is, do we just play it off and risk getting caught, quote unquote, caught by them? Or do we, now they will start being on high alert because we ran from them, right? Now they know something's up. Or do we play the, oh shit, we're fishing. Our bad.
I think like that. I don't know. That might be the better.
I don't think there's only 2 options. Like, they don't know you're there. They're kind of a ways off still. It's your turn. They haven't gone yet. You could just kind of slowly walk back to the car.
But like the car is like covered in a tarp, and if we uncover it,
No, I uncovered it. That was my
but
turn.
did they see
and I
that?
started it. No.
Okay, all right.
I think if we want to do both of them, we leave a fishing rod by mistake. By mistake, quote unquote. Right, we leave.
Oh, honestly, yeah.
Like a red herring, like, hey, shoot, we got caught fishing. So we leave some of our gear there. Does that make sense? On purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they hear a noise and don't know what's going on, then they're going to assume something bad. But if they hear a noise, find our fishing gear, then it's not as big of a deal.
Right, and they can let their guard down after that.
Correct. They can like semi-relax, being like, "Oh, these," and then even if they trace it, for whatever reason, we're just 2 out-of-town Mormon freaking fishermen.
If they
Like-
trace it back to the fishing shop, the guy
Correct.
literally told us.
Execute him.
Yeah, right. All right.
Well, okay.
He disappears.
I'll leave my rod and like a lure box, I guess, half open. Like
You should leave the jerky too.
Oh, that way, yeah. That way they definitely find it. The dogs bring
Oh,
them right to it.
Yeah. Leave the jerky.
sure,
that's cool.
I'll leave it only because I wouldn't think this fast during the game, and during like real life. But okay, yeah, I'll leave everything. Oh, well, not everything, but like I'll leave like the box half open, like it. I kicked it by accident and made the noise, and all the stuff fell out, and I leave my rod, and we start moving.
I'd maybe like bring your rod, because like who forgets their rod? But if
Yeah.
you like, if
That's
you
Leave
true.
the
your,
tackle box. Maybe
Yeah, I just leave the tackle box.
some bait and the jerky.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say for this, I'm going to give you a choice. You can either make a stealth check, because I could see this trying to just like stealthily leave your stuff and not be seen, but not run as to not be heard. Or you can make a persuade roll. This is going to be to like sort of leave in a way that's persuasive of you being a fisherman that's just like dipping out. So
Say again.
So stealth or persuade?
Stealth or persuade.
You get to choose.
41 or 50. Fuck. All right, stealth it is.
All right, give me a stealth.
Oh
Let's see how this
my
goes.
oh,
My God, dude.
Not looking. I'm not.
Oh no, was that it? The 63?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I didn't hear a sound on that one. That was weird.
neither did I.
Um,
Push it. Actually, no. Wait. Maybe don't push it.
you could push it if you want. You guys get one push
I mean-
a session.
I mean, the push would just mean we were probably caught,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
just go to our original plan of like faking getting caught. You want to push it?
Nah. I don't think it's worth it.
Okay.
Because at this point, you've still done nothing wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to move you because you're going to move halfway back to the car on this turn. Oh, that sucks. Wait, can I not move you? Let me see. Moves to the map layer. Oh no. David Bird, rather. All right.
he's on the scene.
So, let's see if I can get. God damn it. All right, I'll move you halfway back. As you begin to move, a branch snaps underneath your foot. You look back, and you see one of the guards has clocked you from across the river.
Ah, damn.
And he's pointing across. He hasn't reached for his walkie yet. He's just pointing across. And the other guy looks like he's seen you too, and he's pointing. And they're both starting to descend the embankment now to like basically just over here. And he's calling out like, Hey! Hey! Hey, get back here! Hey! He's yelling across the river, but it's loud because the waters are like rushing. But that's going to be the guard's turn. They haven't walkied anything yet. It looks like they're trying to like just talk to you first. So that takes us to Xander.
This is a dilemma now.
I feel like we should. It would be less just like it would be more suspicious to just blow
If
them
we
off.
just ran. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think at this point, just
But
Talk
but
your way out of
again,
it.
but again,
Yeah, I'll give him a wave.
but again, the fisherman guy said, "Don't get caught." So we could also just be like, "Hey, we're out of town." Like if we run and stuff, like why'd you run? Well, we knew we weren't supposed to be fishing here, but we wanted to anyway.
Well, we don't have to tell them that we didn't know. Like if we're out of town, like we don't necessarily know
that's
that we're
true.
not.
yeah, they don't know that we know not to come here.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll give him a wave
Oh, okay.
and just say, yes. How can I help you?
Well, are we
Or
just
is everything
talking?
is
Are
everything
we
okay?
talking from across the embankment?
Like how wide? Like how did he?
Aren't they across the river? What's
They're
going on?
across the river. Yeah, they're yelling across to you.
Oh, okay. Then we'll just stay across the river then.
Yeah, like how he'll probably just tell us to like get
They
out of
can't.
here.
Yeah, they can't wade across. It's too deep.
Mhm. Yeah. So, do you yell that across,
Yeah, I'll just
Xander?
like
Just give him
I'll
like a
I'll, I'll
gentle wave.
wave and then say is everything okay?
I'll say we'll cut back to them in this moment because you guys are both just kind of like frozen there, like they've seen you and they start to come forward, and they're like, "This is restricted property. You need to leave right now. Get back on the road and drive back down to Browning. This is
Okay.
not a recreational fishing spot." The guy's like,
That's good. That's good. That's
the
great.
guy with the balding pate, he sort of has like a gray uniform on with like a belt that's barely holding in like a muffin top, and his
Nice.
his his whatever it's called, not necktie, it's his tie is just like swinging as he's like yelling at you and pointing.
Can I luck roll that the two of them bought like not fucking balaclavas. What's the thing that fishermen wear to keep their face out of the flies? The shroud thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
like the
yeah.
crowd.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, maybe
Yeah,
not
I
luck roll.
will. Yeah, I'll say in this moment, I'll have both of you roll luck rolls to see if you thought to bring something to obscure your faces. So that'll be Isaiah and Xander.
oh my god, dude.
Ah!
No.
That's all right. That's fine.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, you guys didn't think about it till now. So, like, your characters might not have either.
Yeah. Again, we're out of town, so it really doesn't matter.
He's like, "Get back on the road. Go. Go. Take your stuff and go."
That's all. That's all.
Okay, well, I'll give another wave. Say sorry, I didn't know. And then
Thumbs
yeah,
up and then just leave.
yeah, thumbs up.
Okay.
Okay. That was pretty.
I'm going to make a roll on their part to basically see how suspicious they think this is. I don't think it's going to be at a penalty because I don't think this is that suspicious at all.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Doesn't that happen commonly? It's a common
Yeah.
occurrence.
But there's a chance they may walkie
They just might
someone.
follow up.
Yeah. So I'm going to make that roll real quick. Actually, I'll roll it in public just to be fun.
Oh Jesus.
All right, so they have a certain
What's the threshold that we're looking at?
So they are going to. It's going to be against their human intelligence, which is not very high. It's only 33%. And I'm going to say they're going to have a minus 10%. So they're going to have to roll under 23 to successfully ascertain that this is more suspicious than two fishermen. So I'm gonna roll D100.
I knew. As soon as you said 23 in my head, the first thing I thought was they're gonna get a 22. And would you look at that?
Fudge.
No, that's crazy. A 22. It's
Yeah,
a one
Fudgy, he
minute.
rolled it open.
I rolled it in the open. Oh no!
I would not have believed you otherwise.
I knew that was gonna happen. Tyler, I shit you not. I knew that was gonna happen.
So I think what happens is they see the test kit that you've brought with you,
Oh my fucking
and
God.
I'd say.
and all of a sudden this first
What
guard,
else
the
did
balding
we
one,
bring?
he starts to think in his mind, maybe this is some ecological activist that's coming here to test these polluted waters and jeopardize the company. They're posing as fishermen. He doesn't think you're a secret agent or anything, but he's like concocting something in his head, and you see him take his walkie, and he's about to walkie someone. And we'll go back into turn order here. I think Crisanto isn't aware of this happening, so actually
No,
we'll cut first to Isaiah. You see him bring the walkie up to his lips. He's about to press the button like he's gonna talk to someone.
I mean, we can't do anything. We're still gonna leave. I mean, it's not gonna be like a. I guess we walk away. I mean, like we have been, unless they're gonna call us back.
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess we'll keep walking unless they call us back. So.
Oh, we're gonna get car chased. I can feel it.
Okay, so at this point, we'll say you make it to the car. Oh,
Do we see them like following us or anything?
They can't cross the river.
they can't cross the river. So it's this interesting situation. Like, essentially, it looks like they're walking someone who might be in a different position. Maybe on your side of the river. But we'll cut. Actually, well, they're next because Xander's actually lower than them in the initiative. You don't hear what he's saying because he's walking kind of quietly, but he's clearly talking to someone on the receiving end. And you see one of the guys is like starting to split off from him and head around to try to find a way to cross the river to intercept you.
Do we clock they're suspicious now?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so we need to ditch this test kit. Why the
Whoa,
fuck
whoa,
would we
no.
get a test kit is crazy because we just need a container.
I was
Like
gonna say, you didn't just put them in water bottles.
No,
Well, even having a container of like the river water, like he might
just like a test tube that I could fit in my pocket, the size of a pen.
Wait, do I have like maybe I like okay, I'm gonna do a luck roll that I have like a little tiny like little cooler, and I'm just gonna if I do
Well,
I'm just gonna like pour.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it was. The luck roll failed. Is just
No, I haven't rolled it yet.
no. I'm saying the reasoning why they're suspicious doesn't really matter. They're going to be suspicious whether or not the reason was because we have a quote unquote test kit, or if.
Also,
Tyler
I
made up
feel like at
another
this point,
reason.
there's no point dumping the test kit. We're gonna run either way, regardless of whether or not we have it.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna run. Well, we're not
Yes,
gonna
we
run.
are.
Why
I
are
thought we
gonna
were.
run?
Because they're sus.
I'll say
And we know they're sus.
I'll say this, regardless of whether it was like a test tube or whatever.
Yeah.
You sense
They're
from this
suspicious of
interaction that they have perhaps had people before trying to prove pollution that they've had to either get rid of or scare off their property.
But again, they saw our faces, so it's not
Yeah.
like it's we need to play dumb, because if not, they're gonna be even more suspicious. So
Well,
whatever-
they
if it
didn't
was-
tell us to come back though, so why wouldn't stay and wait? Right?
Yeah, I think we should still walk towards the car.
I think we still need to go.
No. I'm saying we're gonna walk towards the car, but I'm not saying like dump the test kit. I'm just saying like we need to hide the test kit.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah, we're gonna
what
head
I
towards
was
the car, and we're gonna still act like fishermen. It's not like we're gonna break cover. It's just like, hey, we need to hide the evidence now.
right.
Well,
So
okay,
well,
but when
okay,
you worded it the first time, you said dump the test kit. And I was like, no,
Oh.
don't leave the test
Dump
kit.
it meaning like hide it. Yeah. Okay, so we'll
Well,
walk
so
towards
we-
the car.
but we just need the sample, right? We don't. Do we need the test kit, or do we just
No.
need the sample?
No,
okay,
but
so-
I'm
we're
not even sure we have a test kit. We just have the samples.
Okay.
we're
So
we're running with a test kit, like a freaking small test kit.
Yeah, that's how you identified the presence before. You tested it
We
for
should've
that
just-
compound.
we should have just left that at the hotel and just brought
No,
the test
that-
tubes.
It's just because we're rolling with it, because that's how the story unfolded. That's what Tyler said we have. So we have a test kit. But, I mean, does our Dodge Dart have a secret compartment in it?
Okay,
The glove box.
Yeah, give me a luck roll. We'll see if it does.
shit.
Um,
I'm not
I think-
rolling anymore.
I think-
I'm not rolling anymore.
I think test kit might have been a misnomer. We'll just call this the sample. You guys have
Okay,
a
well,
sample of the
They
river.
They saw a glint in the sunshine of a freaking test tube. Got it.
All right. The okay. So
I-
the idea I was gonna say with
I shove it up my ass.
the idea I was just gonna say with
You
the
boof
cooler.
it? You boof it?
So with the
Yeah,
cool,
dude,
Your
get
ass
food
just turns
packing in.
blue. What happened
For the
there?
mission.
For the mission. For the core.
Wait, what was Jimmy gonna say before we?
so okay, so with the, I was gonna do a luck roll to see if I had like a little, those little like handheld coolers. So you wouldn't
Oh,
like think
nice.
anything of like a fisherman with a cooler, and then I could just pour a little bit of the water at the bottom of the cooler, and you wouldn't think of anything, just like some water at the bottom of the cooler.
That's really
blue.
smart. That's really smart. No, it's not. It's not like visibly blue.
Okay, let's do it.
That's
Alright,
a
look.
really smart idea.
Also, we don't even know if it's the water upstream is contaminated.
Correct, but that
Right.
would prove the theory that they're polluting it.
Well, no,
Well,
because
if
if
it's
it's
upstream,
upstream,
it shouldn't be.
yes.
Yeah, this will
It shouldn't be polluted if they're the ones
Correct.
doing the pollution.
correct. Yeah, this will be sort of like your control, for lack of a better word.
All right, luck roll for the cooler. Fuck.
Oh my god.
All right,
No.
well,
You realize you
All right,
left it
I
in the
like-
car.
Can I luck roll secret compartment?
Sure.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Secret compartment is my asshole. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Although, also, we're not planning on letting them get to the car, right? We're gonna drive away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna.
yeah.
We're still like walking, like because we didn't hear they were like radioed, but they didn't like, hey, don't move or whatever. So we have no reason.
Yeah,
to
we
be
have no
alerted,
reason to stop. We just
Correct.
keep going.
But we just know we need to hide the sample.
Yeah, so we'll cut now to Xander. You don't have this cooler on you. What would you like to do? You're closer to the river than Isaiah is. Would you like to slowly move back?
yeah, I mean, they haven't said anything else other than get out of here, so I'm just gonna get
Yeah.
out of there.
I
Maybe
mean,
you should light jog to catch up to your friend.
Oh, did Isaiah, did he bolt?
No.
He moved further than you did.
he took two
Yeah, so
he took 2 move actions. You've taken none. So you could either
Okay.
sprint to make it to the car, or you could slowly move and make it halfway back to the car.
so if I do 2 move actions, that's gonna be like a sprint.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna look sus though.
I'll
Yeah.
remind you though, these guards, like you, can only do one thing a turn. The thing that he did this turn was walkie someone. So it's
True.
not
And
like,
they're on the-
it's not like he won't yell at you to stop. He just
and they can't
hasn't.
cross the river, and like the people that could interfere with us haven't even showed up yet. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll just do the regular.
It's
I'll just do
far
one.
away. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we didn't see anybody coming here, so they should
Yeah.
be. They're probably gonna get deployed from BioCard.
All right, I'll just do a regular motion. Yeah.
Okay.
How big is the secret compartment for the car?
It's probably we just find a crevice. Probably that's all it probably is.
Yeah.
No, because it was provided by the government, so maybe there's a secret government compartment.
No, it's not that complex. There's just
Damn.
like there's a part of like the lining of the console that's kind of ripped off, and you see some bits of the internal of the car through there, and you could stuff something in there.
Okay.
And you guys have like tape and stuff too. You could like properly fix it in there if you wanted.
And then I'm gonna also put the leftover beef jerky we have in a compartment next to it, like on the dash next to it.
Gotta
so
keep
if
the
they
jerky
starve-
secret. It's the Montana way. Okay. So we'll go back to Crisanto now. Isaiah has entered the car, and he's stuffing the sample into that console area that's exposed.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? If anything, you don't have to do anything if you want to wait for Xander.
This is a bit of a given, but the ghillie suit's going in a bag.
Okay, yeah, we'll say you take it off this turn and start to put it away.
Yeah.
Back to Isaiah, who we'll say this turn you're stuffing it. Do you want to like maybe use some tape to like properly fix it in there to make sure that it's hidden?
Is the tape obviously colored?
No, but I'm saying like if you taped it, it would stay in place and not like rattle around in the internals of the car. It'd just be more
Yeah.
secure.
Sure.
Then you could like close the flap with tape on the inside or something, make it look nice. So yeah, that's great. We'll cut back to the guards. The only one who can sort of see them now is Xander, just barely through the trees. And the one who has the walkie is like, "Stop right there! Stop on the road! Whoever you've got with you, stay there!
Pretend you didn't hear. Pretend you didn't
Stay
hear.
there!" He's
Yeah,
yelling.
I'm just gonna
Don't even look back.
keep my head down. Yeah, because there's the river, moving water. I couldn't hear you. You're far away.
Yeah, and you
Sorry,
moved
officer.
since then.
Sorry, officer. Okay. So that takes us to you, Xander. Would you like to use your last move to make it to the car?
Yes, I would.
All right. You guys all get in the car. There's a sound of rushing water nearby of the river. What is the next step?
We are hightailing it.
Floor it.
Hightailing
no,
it
not
out.
flooring it. Just be like normal 10 above the speed limit.
I don't give a shit how fast, as long as we go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, the speed is going to matter. Are you guys going to try to
No, we're not gonna hightail it.
are you going to
'cause
pedal
then
to the metal back to Browning, or just like cruise back to Browning?
No. Yeah, just cruise.
Okay.
If we cruise and they pull us over, then we might be fucked.
Why? We hit the sample.
Maybe like, well,
Can we do like 15 over? That's how I normally drive.
Clip that.
this-
Clip that. Get him.
I mean,
Okay, so
I'd
I'm
say
gonna delete this because our perspective here is gonna change. Okay. So have we concluded we want to go normal speed, or at least like maybe 15, lightly speeding?
yes.
Okay. Crisanto, I'll have you make a. Oh, I don't even know if this is needed, actually. I'll have you just make an alertness.
Wow.
Okay. This
Wait.
is gonna have an interesting consequence.
Wait. Wait. What if I push it?
You could if you wanted.
Well, because here's the thing. I've already
You
failed.
should
How
get
do
it.
how do I fail
You
about
should
how
get
do I
it. You
fail
should
at
get
being
it.
even less alert?
Fuck it, dude. If not, we kill them. Let's go. That's fucking crazy.
No.
God fucking
It's
damn it,
too
bro.
over. Oh no.
Wait. Shouldn't that? Oh, it doesn't go up until the end of the session.
Oh
Huh?
no. So this is what
That
happens.
sucks.
So this is the failure. This is a good display of the push mechanic. A catastrophic failure is what happens if you fail a second time. So what happens is you're lightly speeding and you're
Yeah.
going around a bend,
we get pulled over.
and you see there is a military style Jeep that is blocking the road, and it comes up so quickly because it's hidden itself behind like a hill that you have to slam on your brakes to avoid hitting it.
Damn.
You see there's a guy in aviators and like tousled back blonde hair that's stepping out. He's packing. Looks like he has a pistol. And you see another security guard that steps out of the driver's side. And they have their hands up like stop.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
So we'll go back to you because you're, I think, still going to be highest in the initiative here. Let me just make sure I have the. I need to pull up the blonde guy's stats. Yeah, you're still highest actually. Isaiah, what's your dex again?
Chris.
Grease.
Sorry. My dex is 65.
65. Okay. Okay. All right. So you two are still ahead of these guys. You slam on your brakes. The tires screech and you come to a stop. There's a military style Jeep. Two guys are getting out of it. They look to be security from ABC. What do you do?
I mean, we still haven't done anything, technically.
Yeah, just treat it like a normal traffic stop.
Yeah,
Who's driving?
I'm driving. All right, so I'll stop.
Oh.
I'll roll down the windows, put both hands on the steering wheel. It's, it's chill.
Okay. This is what the blonde guy looks like. I'm gonna reveal him on the evidence board.
Ew.
Damn.
Looks pretty cool.
3 different reactions.
Ew, looks cool. He puts his hand up and he walks up. He's smiling, and he just raps the window with his knuckle, like telling you to put it down.
It's already down.
Oh, okay. All right. In that case, he leans
Can't
over.
see with those aviators.
Where are you? They've escaped. Starts shooting blindly into the road. Yeah, so he leans over very smugly, basically almost half into your car. And he's like, I think you boys have gone the wrong way. Seems you might have been turned around or something. You want to tell me what you're getting up to in these woods?
Yeah. Dude at the fishing shop said this was a good place
Whoa,
to get some fish.
don't tell him that.
What?
Just say we figured. Don't put him under the bus.
Don't tell him that. That's our alibi, though.
Too late. He's already heard it.
Oh no, the poor guy.
Really?
That's our alibi.
You
No,
could've
I
just said that
I
we
didn't.
saw
I
the
didn't
river
say. I didn't say that he said we couldn't fish here. I just said he was a good spot to fish.
That's the same thing.
It's not.
So,
Anyway,
If Tyler's nice, it's not. Probably
So-
won't be though.
guess it's another group of people that Steve has sent up here, huh?
Oh, there you go.
who's Steve?
That's probably the fishing guy.
It's the last chance, and then they're gonna shoot him.
You don't mind if, yeah, I'm a bit of a fishing guy myself. You don't mind if we take a look at what you boys caught, do you?
You go ahead. It's gonna be a whole lot of nothing though, because our luck is terrible.
The other guy, all of a sudden, he's on the other side of the car. You didn't even really see him move. You're so focused on this guy. He opens up. He starts to go through your stuff. He's making his way through the car. I'm going to make a roll at like a severe penalty to see if this guy can spot this
Watch him
weird
get a
console.
fucking 11.
I'm going to give him a negative 20% because I think it's so
He's
unlikely.
gonna get a fucking 11. If I do, I'm leaving the call.
Well, there's a chance it might be lower than, like, it might drop him below 0, which means he doesn't have a chance of finding it. But I'm just going to pull up his stats real quick. That would be so sad if that happened.
Not one.
Let's see. So his search also
It's 100.
is 100. 20. Okay, so he's going to have to roll under a 13. He has a 13% chance of finding this.
12.
Still has a chance to crit.
11.
This would be insane.
In the open.
I'm
In the
rolling. I'm
open.
rolling it. I'm rolling everything in the open in this campaign.
11.
So
11.
okay.
Okay,
Oh.
thank God.
Oh
Jesus
my God.
That's still kind of low though.
He doesn't find the sample in the console, which is very reassuring to you. However, he does look down. He finds a ghillie suit and a sniper rifle.
Oh, you
And,
Forgot about those.
fucking bitch.
And he
I thought I put that in a bag. I told you I bagged that stuff.
Oh my
he
God.
looks. I mean, they still find it eventually. He
That's
looks.
true.
He looks up at Mr. Deshiel, seemingly his boss, and Deshiel looks down, sees them, looks back up at him, and turns to you first, Crisanto, and is like, "Pretty high-powered stuff for a hunt. What are you hunting out here?"
Well, it is Montana. I heard they had some good elk out here. Figured I'd bring the good stuff.
Not wrong. You know what? It's 5 p.m. I gotta get home to my wife. I gotta get home to my kids. I think I'll let you boys off with a little warning. He gives you a little wink. How's that?
I appreciate that, sir.
Now, my friend here, Clarence, looks up. Clarence has your license plate. And thing is about installations like these is we keep a list of vehicles in a registry that we don't want to see around here. So look, do me a favor. I like hunting. I like fishing as much as the next guy. Do it somewhere fucking else.
Loud and clear.
Y'all have a good day now.
You as well.
And he sort of like taps the side of your car and heads back to his Jeep. His crony gets in it too, and they drive off.
Fuck that, dude. That was crazy.
That was a crazy series of events.
Hey, we got out of it. We got out of it. I somehow blagged my way out of the ghillie suit and the sniper rifle.
We can always just call for another car too, so like no biggie.
They know what we look like. Also, we don't need to come back here. We got the samples.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's now 6 p.m. The sun is starting to fully set now. It's like a beautiful sunset over the Lewis Range in the distance.
It is a good fucking thing that it's Montana and they like hunting and fishing, because otherwise I'd have been fucked.
Yeah.
Completely effed.
And also lucky that your sniper has a lot of civilian use at this time too. Like you could pass it off as something maybe
Hunting rifle.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Imagine pulling someone over right now. Sir, why is there a bear 50 cal in your car?
Just for hunting those elk. But it seems like you met seemingly the head of security for ABC.
That was the head of security, you said?
It seemed like it. Like he was some higher up.
All right.
So you guys are left in the middle of the road. The car is just idling. Maybe you're all still like in a bit of shock that you were discovered. What's the next move?
Guess we just drive on back.
Yeah, let's go back to the hotel. Analyze, send it, and then see what they say.
Did we get dirt?
Yes, I got the dirt.
Okay. You guys make it back. You basically... Do you like transcribe the results of the samples and send them over telex?
I can't believe the freaking highest risk thing, the ghillie suit crawling, did not get caught, and us fishing.
Yeah.
I can actually. That happens
That's
like every
crazy.
fucking time.
Yeah. Well, at least they didn't. There wasn't like a firefight. They weren't like thinking you were secret government agents. They just
Yeah,
were,
they
like,
didn't catch the scope glint.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
If anything, you guys lucked out. That was probably the best scenario for being seen.
Yeah. What are you?
We did luck out. No one got hurt. They didn't suspect us of being something that we weren't. We got the sample. I chalk that up as a win. I'm saying that's a win.
Such a funny turn of events, though. Oh my god. I can't believe I rolled under. I rolled under 23. 20. That's insane.
As soon as literally as soon as you said the number, I was like, yeah, there it is. I wasn't even surprised.
But yeah, so we're gonna leave off with this. So it's cool because the way this like scenario has this set up is like if you go the route of trying to concoct federal charges, i.e. a search warrant, there's a whole mechanic system for how successful this could be. So I'm going to base this off of what you guys have done. So you're submitting basically this like dossier over the telex of all this information. The soil sample does come up clean on the far side beyond in the no man's land, and the river sample comes up clean.
Oh, good.
So it does seem like it's coming from very clearly from this place. So let me pull this up. Okay, so this is going to take a law roll. I'm going to check John Drake's stats real quick. I'm going to game it a little bit because if he has low law, I might toss it to you guys to give you a better chance.
What is my law? My law sucks. It's 30.
But I think his law is pretty good. Let me see. Oh, his law is actually very good. Yeah, he has a 64% in law. So does anyone have higher than 64?
No, mine's 30.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so this is going to be a 64 modified by... let's see. So, add 10% to the roll when obtaining evidence discovered along the Milk River. So that's going to be plus 10%. So now it's going to be a 74. 10% more for evidence collected outside the plant. Another plus 10, 84. And 10% for chemical samples collected inside. You guys didn't risk that. But that's going to be rolling under an 84 to successfully get a search warrant from the federal government on this facility. Just going to be huge.
I say we push that shit.
And
No, this is actually going to be a roll that your handler is going to make. So I'm going to see if he can roll under 84 to get the federal government to come in on this.
oh, okay.
This is
I was
gonna-
say,
What were you going to say?
no, go ahead.
This is going to be, can John Drake, he's very politically savvy, he's a long-time agent, can he flex his connections to get the government to fucking rain fire
I'm
down
gonna
on
frame
ABC?
him over the telex if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Frame him.
Yeah.
No, I'm
No,
gonna
flame
flame.
flame him.
I thought you were going to say frame him. The samples came from Drake. It was an inside job. Okay, I'm going to roll the D100. This will be where we leave off. You need to get below 84. Oh my god.
I knew it.
Oh my god.
Pushes it. He pushes it. He pushes it.
Yeah, if we have a push, he must have a push.
You must have a push, surely.
All right. Well, I'll put it to you guys. Do you want him to push it? You have no
Push
idea
that shit.
what consequences this could have in the grander scheme of things. This is your higher up, your case officer, risking the security of the entire mission for this.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, we got one. We got one yes. I need a 2/3 majority because this is so risky.
Oh. What does he have to be in 84?
Has to be an 84.
I think so. I mean,
Fuck
what
it.
are the odds?
Do it!
If we fail, we start a new campaign.
If we
and
fail,
we
it's
haven't
not on
even
us.
gotten this far in this campaign,
If it's
to be honest.
if we fail, it's not on us. He just sucks.
This is true. We did our job. It's actually the
It's
DM's
out of
fault.
our hands.
It's the
It's out of our
DM's.
hands.
It's the DM's fault. Tyler, are
I
you a
love it.
bad storyteller? Click that
Bad
button, baby.
storytelling. Bad
Let's see
storytelling.
how bad your storytelling is.
Okay.
Click
All right.
it.
So
Click that fucking button, baby.
is that a yes from everyone?
Heck yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
This determines whether you're
Okay.
a good or bad storyteller. Let's see it.
Okay. I'm gonna set a scene here. This is gonna happen somewhere else. We cut into a boardroom in Langley, Virginia. It looks like a
Oh.
It looks like a conference space that's set on the side of a Washington, D.C. golf course. We see John Drake in a golf cart with another man. He has khakis and like a sweater. He sort of looks like Mr. Rogers a little bit. And John Drake turns to him. Says, Michael, I need to call in a favor. And I'm going to see if this succeeds.
Oh, look.
Nice.
You're a great storyteller. You're a fantastic storyteller. You are the best DM in the goddamn universe.
Let's go. And that's where we leave off.